welcome! It's the video you've all been waiting for, the final video of my New Zealand trip. Just ignore these. This video is going to be quite boring because it's literally going to be me sitting at the airport waiting for a flight that keeps getting delayed. So I'm basically repotting all my plants, and while I'm doing that, let's just recap on a couple of things. I'll cut in, cut out, and we can talk about my trip overall, how it went. This is, in fact, 5 months later, and you're still here. Well done. I'm so proud of you. But anyway, if that sounds like something you want to watch, stick around. Let's get our mitts in some dirt. Hey guys! I'm all packed up and ready to go. It's 5 till 11, so I have to be out of the door in 5 minutes. Too much lipstick? Well, that's fine. This place was great. I had a great time. I ended up not watching a movie, but I drank all the wine and watched some YouTube instead. I'm actually feeling pretty fresh today, despite having a whole bottle of wine. Can you tell? Do I look fresh? I forgot to put on concealer. Look at those bags. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this is the space, all tidy. Towels on the floor as instructed. Dishes done as instructed. Any other instructions? No, just lock up and put the key away. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll see you out there. Bye bye, little house. See you. To the airport we go. It's like the most gorgeous day. I think it rained last night because the ground's all wet, but man, what a day to be leaving. Oh well. I'm carrying my bag this time instead of putting it on my shoulder because of my shoulder pain, and I think it's actually better. Like, this bag is so good for like carrying heavy stuff because it distributes it really well, particularly on the hips. But yeah, no, this, no, it kills me. Okay, let me figure out where I'm going. Question number one. Let's start with question number one. These are not written down and in arbitrary order, so I hope you're not expecting too much. How did I find traveling overseas as a single woman alone? To be honest, it was an experience that I'm glad that I went through. I think it's something that everybody should give it a go, you know. It's not something that you should avoid just because you're scared. That's not a good reason to avoid it. One reason I might avoid it in the future is it can get really lonely being by yourself in a place where you know literally no one. Luckily, I had the safety of my van throughout the trip, and honestly, as soon as I left the van, I was kind of sad. But then again, I did have that last night in that nice Airbnb. But to be honest, my favorite night was my first night in Queenstown. So, you know, I went to the happy hour, I went out to dinner, I got myself a drink. I just didn't let anything get in my way. If I wanted to do something, I was going to do it. There was nothing that was going to stop me. But then my least favorite was probably going to Glenorchy by myself because I ran into a lot of trouble, you know. I had expectations for what the terrain would be like, how easy it would be to get to the campground. And those expectations were unfulfilled. They were wrong, in fact. So I ended up not doing the things that I wanted to do. And really it was just due to bad preparation. This whole trip was just a lot of driving and not a lot of seeing or doing things. I think if I'd been able to canoe on Milford Sound, that would have been so good. I think that was the one thing that would have really made the trip feel worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, I get to say, yes, I've been to New Zealand. I went there. I went there alone, in fact. And I had a decent time. Of course, there did come a point, okay, This is still on the vein of the same question. How did I find it? Expensive. If you're going to do a van trip, you need to make sure that you have more than enough money for fuel. Okay. Let's take a break from this and talk about fuel. Fuel. The thing that's on everyone's mind. I was super lucky to... Oh, by this way, this is water for me. I was super lucky to have gone on a trip before the fuel crisis. Before any of that happened, I went on a fuel trip. Now, if you're doing that now, I feel so bad for you because fuel in New Zealand is so expensive. Like, much more expensive than Australia, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that. Like, I knew the food was going to be more expensive. I mean, there isn't any Arden in as president anymore, or prime minister, sorry. So, yeah, things obviously economically not great. And just to get anywhere in New Zealand, you need an inordinate amount of fuel, let alone in a camper van, which is a big hefty vehicle. You saw the woes I went through with that thing. Cleaning the toilet. Oh, if I never have to clean another toilet like that again in my life, I think I'll be pretty happy. If my Monstera dies because of me doing this, I'm so gonna cry. She's been with me for the long haul. Oh, she's drinking my water. Hey, that's my water, girl. Stop that. What was my favorite thing about New Zealand? I think it's just that everything is beautiful. Like Milford Sound. I was in awe of Milford Sound. Like that was amazing to see. And while the glacier, like, I didn't get very close. I like, sweets. She's not happy. That's like a once in a lifetime experience, I think. Seeing a glacier. Like, I don't know enough about glaciers to really have a strong opinion, but all I know is they've been around for a long time and they deserve our respect. All right, we're gonna get a bit messy in here, but that's okay. This is what you do for love. Not that I know, because all I love are plants at the moment, so... That's kidding, I love my family. Always. There she is. She's gorgeous. And I'm a mess. Okay. What else can we talk about? Okay. Best burger of the trip. Now, if you were paying attention, I went to 3 different burger places. I went to, what was it called? Ferg Burger on the first day. And then I also went to Burger King. And then you'll also see that I went to a place at the airport. I don't even remember what it's called. I think I looked it up. I'll insert some kind of picture or something to show you what the burger was. That was actually the best burger that I had. Granted, it wasn't the cheapest burger I had. That would go straight to Burger King. But what does cheap matter, really? First of all, the chips. They were good. And anytime, anybody serves a burger, chips with mayo and ketchup, it's elite. If you haven't had mayo and ketchup together before, you need to get your mitts on that because it's good. And little pointer, if you like Thousand Island dressing, if you like Big Mac sauce, you kind of know what it tastes like. You're getting there, at least. So I highly recommend, give that a go. And if you're ever at the Queenstown airport, check out that burger place. I really think it's great. I sat there reading my book, listening to some strange Americans talk absolute trash about the fact that, oh, they weren't working, but they were working. Okay, I'm a big bloody nosy Nelly. But yeah, no, I enjoy being a fly on a wall. On the wall. I'm not gonna apologize for that. It is what it is. How's she looking? How am I looking? Okay, I'm gonna clean her up, clean me up, and we're gonna move on to the next plant. This is just essentially a video where you see less and less of me as it progresses, and I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy in the end. No, stop it. Anyway, oh, shout out to that song during the trip. Really kept me company on those long drives around the middle of nowhere on windy streets. That's something we haven't talked about. The roads. Now, you saw some of the roads. What you didn't see was me driving at 110 kilometers per hour around these windy roads. They were so bloody thin in the middle of the night. And you know who else is driving at the middle of the night in New Zealand on these terrible roads? Trucks. All over the place. Like camper vans, yes, they're a scourge. They're all over the place in New Zealand. But the most dangerous thing on the road, it's gotta be those bloody trucks. Now, I understand. Trucks are good, in a way. They're how the world works. I'm just saying, if you're alone, going to New Zealand, you might want to factor that in. Because they're dangerous. All right. Okay, next question. If I were to do the same trip again, what would I change? What would I do differently? I'm honestly not the kind of person who likes doing the same thing twice. I like to... Ooh, Jesus. Sorry, buddy. I like to change things up as much as I can, you know? Just like a sponge. So if I were to go to New Zealand again, I would... Okay, if I were to go to South Island, New Zealand again, which is very different from North Island. I don't know anything about North Island. All I know is it's got good Hobbiton locations that you can go see, which, to be honest, I want to do. But how do I even... If I were to go to South Island again, which would be nice, I would want to do a ski trip. So I'd want to go stay in a nice chalet. Is that how you say that? chalet and just go skiing. I would not get a camper van again, not because I didn't enjoy that. Ugh. I think I just got some mud on my face, so if you see that, just ignore it. Can I see it? It's fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I really like skiing. I think it's a good time. And I really like Queenstown, so no brainer. Anyway, look at her. She's gorgeous. Look at how happy. I don't think she's going to be on my bedside anymore. She's too big. I might have to put my precious. Isn't she pretty? I'm so chuffed. I bought her today at Bunnings as a little gift to myself because I wanted to buy flowers the other day. You know, just Aldi flowers, like cheap rubbish. But, you know, honestly, I realize it's cheaper to buy a plant. And then she won't die. Okay, oh God. I'm cleaning this and then making it dirty again. This is not working. Oh, happy. That was so easy. Welcome to gardening. Oh, now, if this mess makes you nervous, uncomfortable, welcome to the party, pal. How do you think I feel? I'm literally like digging for dirt in a pool of water. Isn't life funny sometimes? This meal, by the way, courtesy of Virgin Australia. They gave it to me for free after I obviously lodged a complaint. But yeah, free meal. They even paid for my beer. Isn't that a bit crazy? Just because of the delays? Oh, lucky. But contrast is kind of ridiculous right now, isn't it? Okay. Done. She done. Look at how fast this is moving along. Oh my. Dirty. Oh, okay. Out of there. Sometimes it's just not the right time to bloom. Last question. Did I already answer this? Where am I going next? Ignore my hands. I will not be traveling anytime soon. And also personal affairs. I'm not currently earning a lot of money, so I can't save for any trips. And I could see that changing soon. But that takes some initiative on my part, so we all know how that goes. We shall see. But if I were to pick where I would next travel, I think I would like to go to Japan and Korea as like a joint country 2-week trip. The first week, I would like to go to Korea, South Korea, obviously. Do some camping. You know, really unleash my inner beast And I'd honestly like to do that in the wintertime. I know it's not safe. I know it would require significant work, preparation, but I just think it would be fun. Do that in the wintertime in South Korea, camping. You know, have a nice wood-fired oven. Maybe sleep in an igloo. And then the second week, I would obviously like to go to Tokyo, somewhere where I could go skiing, maybe. That might be nice. Oh, and I didn't mention Jeju. I'd like to go camping at Jeju in Korea. Anywhere else in Japan? I need to do my research because honestly, my knowledge of Japan has depleted over the years. But I did really want to go before, so I gotta stir up some of my old passion. You know, get into some anime. You know, Japanese food. You know, climb Mount Fuji. That would be fun. So I think that's what's next on the agenda. And I hope you will stay tuned for whatever's coming. You can expect from me some real life situations, some real life problem solving, if you will, because we got problems. No, it's not that bad, but definitely we're gonna be trying to sort some stuff out. So I hope you'll be there for that, and that you will enjoy seeing me sort some shit out, because it's catharsis, you know? Who doesn't like catharsis? Okay, time for the grand event. You ready for this? You ready for what I'm about to do? I'm not. All right.
I'm going to offload another 2 bags and gain 40.
Thank you. All good to go. Thank you.
This is my baby. My baby Lily Pilly. What's that in there? Are those mushrooms? Sweets? You cannot have mushrooms. Mushrooms? Ah! What if it's a death cap? She got mushroom in her roots. Girl! What you building down there? Okay. So grand event is to add some soil because her roots are thoroughly exposed. And I don't know if that's good. And we're going to pour this in. Ready? Oh. That was anticlimactic. Oh, do you think she's got bugs? It looks like something's been eating her leaves. That's all right. I got some sludge in the bottom of the barrel. Yikes. Yeah, you guys should get into gardening. It's really fun. Not at all gross. Although, still less gross than cleaning those camper van toilets. I am not going to tell you guys again, do not, I repeat, do not go camping with the intention of cleaning your own toilet. It's a bad idea. Make sure either get somebody else to clean it, pay them, go ahead, or use public toilets. They're free. They severely limit you, but I had access to them the whole time anyway, so do it. All right, she's sludged. That's it. Let me clean up and we can say goodbye. Shit, guys. After all that effort, that entire time, I get home and I don't even think about it. No, I'm sorry. I'm home! Yay! Woohoo! So excited. So excited to have clean clothes and sheets. I'm about to make my bed and go to sleep because technically for me it's 1 a.m. because I'm still on New Zealand time, you know what I mean? Oh, how's this lighting? Oh. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the trip. I know I did, but God, I'm glad to be home. And if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And please like this if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more, subscribe. You know what to do. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you soon. Bye. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around with me for this whole journey and this whole ordeal of repotting my plants. That was not something you signed up for, I don't expect. But I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you who watched, especially those of you who have assisted me in making this trip come true and helping me redeem myself from the trip afterwards. It was a financial burden I do not think I was prepared to endure. But that being said, I had a great time and I hope you did too. So I'll catch you for the next one. Bye.